Good day, everybody. How are we doing? So I'm coming to you today with a, just to forewarn you right off the bat, for full transparency, a sponsored video. Now, that said, I did actually reach out to Jason about doing a video on the protocol because I did like what I've heard. I know there's some things in the past with another certain game. I'm not going to get into any of that today. I just really wanted to give you the lowdown on WarFi. We'll do a quick white paper walkthrough and maybe follow up with some other videos down the road that I'm in talks with him about, and maybe even doing one of my first AMAs, I'm hoping. So fingers crossed that he likes this video and that we can do some more stuff together to help promote the product, because I do like it, and I will go through some of the reasons why and what I like about how it's designed, and then like I said, we're going to do a walkthrough of the white paper and go from there. As I also mentioned with any sponsored videos, I am going to do a Gleam contest for another $50 to give out to my community. I will probably flip over to a Discord sometime very soon. I find the Gleams are a little bit annoying. I do still want some things to be done in order to be put into the contest, but far easier to do just as clicking a button inside a Discord, as long as you've gone around and done certain tasks, like in this case signed into their Discord, will be part of the tasks that you'll have to do for this Gleam contest in order to qualify. And a little side note to that is you do need to be in the Discord, because I will check those things, so you can't just jump in, get your entry, and then jump out. When I pull the winner, I will verify that they have in fact at least joined the Discord and are still there, because the whole point of these kind of things is to promote the product that we're talking about. So without further ado, we'll head over to the white paper and go through that, and then we'll come back and maybe do a little tour of the website from there. So introduction to WarFi. I'm not going to go through everything in like written detail, but I'll kind of give my synopsis on each part and go through what I think of everything. So problem, basically what we're going through here is that protocols release with very little utility. The games are usually garbage and not very fun, and so in this case he's created something a little different. They've created something a little different that hopefully will solve that, and the solution is WarFi. It's a P2E protocol in the Binance Smart Chain, and you gain in passive income using the kill token, which is their native token. It'll launch as a full playable first-person P2E, which is already out, and you can play that now. And basically, you earn 0.75 kill tokens per kill, 9 opponents, 10 players, and then you will earn per thing. And we'll go through a little more details as we get to the different spots of the white paper. And the other little caveat here is it does use a price management system called PMS, and maintaining a stable price of $1 to $1.10 in this case. Right now I think it's sitting at 1.09, so it's sitting on the top half, which is always great to see. There is a 10% tax, which I think is quite fair. You do need to kind of protect the token against, well, swing trading in this case. All right, how to play summary. So obviously this writes everything out here. There is, though, a nice graphic right here, which we'll look at a little more, because it just kind of gives everything in a nice little flow chart. So basically, to enlist a soldier, you have to buy the kill token on PancakeSwap, and then step 2, you purchase a tent. The tents can be one of these 4 tiers, depending on what type of income you want to earn, and obviously the price point increase as you buy a larger tent, or a higher tier tent. Right now, the only ones available are the infantry tents, so the 1% ones, and then you can then increase it depending on what drops. So step 3, you spawn and reveal your soldier. When your soldier is revealed, it will have a different rank. So obviously, normally it'll be a lieutenant, which will be your black, captain silver, commander gold, and general ruby, which is this guy here with the red background. In essence, your base is going to be 1%. If you get one of these higher tiered ones, you can earn anywhere from 1 to 1.6% on your infantry. If they are available, you could buy the more expensive tier 2 rocketeers and even more expensive tier 3 heavy gunners, or even more expensive tier 4 snipers, which will give you a larger bracket of potential returns on your funds. For sustainability, though, as I say, they only release them as they know they have revenue to support them. And so right now, the infantries are the only ones available. You could get the other ones, I believe, during the launch, and which has already happened. Step 4, buy reload ammo to keep earning kills. So there is a kind of a degrading effect on your NFTs that you purchase. So no matter, depending on which tier you get, they will degrade over time and stop earning kills. And the only way to get them earning again is to buy ammo packs. And then I believe, actually it'll show it down here. If you run out of ammo, your soldiers will be unable to produce kills until you reload the ammo pack, which is buying that. Collect rewards passively. So step 5 is just start collecting your rewards. Basically, the idea here is you can earn up to 200%, but obviously there is an ammo and your sale tax, which will reduce that a little bit, but the idea is still you can earn some passive income with this whole thing. During its active service, it pays daily rewards of 1 to 2.2, which is your range from here to here. After which time the soldier will no longer produce any rewards, but will have other utility to come. So they are talking about some other opportunities where you can still use your NFTs if you choose not to compound some of your kill rewards into creating more of them. There is no buy tax or transfer tax, so just synopsing here, but kills tokens, and no claim tax on your daily rewards, but there is a 10% sell tax. So just keeping that in mind is no matter what, at the end you do have to sell them with 10% going back into the treasury for the sustainability factor, right? So that's basically it for that one. We'll close down this guy. So the steps again for the play to earn, we'll go down to the little guy here just to make it a little easier, but you'll go to the official link and download the game. Best to probably get it from the Discord just to make sure you're not getting the wrong link. Pay the kill or BUSD to play and earn, so you can play the game in either version. For each kill is made, you will earn kill tokens or BUSD depending on which version you're playing. The more kills you get, the more you earn. So pretty straightforward there. So it's just a basic game, almost like an arcade style thing where you go in there, you put your quarter in, but in this case you can actually walk away with more quarters than you walked in with, which is a pretty neat little bonus. So this is kind of a summary of what we already went into. You can get one of the 4 types of soldiers and then earn an income between 1 and 2.2%. So it's just going through kind of a quick rundown. And then a little breakdown of the tents. Soldiers can only be spawned from tents, and you can get, so here's your cost. So it's 100 kills, so $100 basically, give or take where the token's at, 250, 400, and 700 for the top tier. And then again, those can all be ranked in these different tiers here. So this is just showing you a nice little graphic, just going through all the details of the different ones you can earn and how much they cost and their drop rate. And going into the soldiers, so this guy here just goes into their daily rewards. So there's the breakdown of the daily rewards for each rank of your soldier, whether it's infantry, rocketeer, heavy gunner, or sniper. The other thing as well is how quickly your ROI is on it. So obviously it gets shorter as you buy the more expensive one, but so does how many days you're running it for, because you're earning your money back faster. So you can go as quick as 90 days active service, with a 57-day ROI being the quickest if you were to get the highest ranking sniper. So just a neat little breakdown of how it all plays out. As I said, right now these are the only ones you can earn, and your drop rate will be according to the chances, which we saw on the other screen. And ammo. So this is the ammo that you need to refill. So this is just, again, breaking down for you what you need to do. So in here, again, nice visual. So pretty neatly laid out white paper, making it pretty easy. You can kind of get all the points even without reading all the different things, but I did go through and read it beforehand to make sure I was explaining all this to the best of my ability. So again, your breakdown of your different levels, just like the last one we saw, but in this case, it's going through your amounts of money you need when you buy ammo. So your first reload will happen after 50 days, 100 days, and your final reload at 150 days. This one will take you to those 200 days where you've done your 2x on your investment. And so there's some cost to keeping that going until the end. And again, down to your snipers, which it's 91 kill again, because you're earning more money, you've put more in. So that kind of allots to that. So overall, this one just gives you a faster ROI and a faster to the end where you get your 2x. These ones are a little bit slower, is kind of the idea here, and where you kind of decide where you want to put your money based on A, how much you have to invest, or B, how quickly you want to ROI. Claiming rewards. So basically at this point, with your soldiers that you've gotten from your tent purchases whenever you want, whether it's after a week of accumulating or after a month or whatever you choose to do. You can claim them anytime. There's no additional tax or holding or anything on that, which is great and makes it pretty convenient for you to choose what you want to do. You can then claim those tokens. You can then use those tokens in the game without using any extra tax. You can play the P2E game where you go in playing against 9 opponents, and if you get 1 kill, you've lost basically a quarter. If you get multiple kills, then you could be walking away with some extra funds in your pocket. And going into the P2E game, so Egoverse WarFi Edition. Game overview. So this one's kind of neat. So this gives you an opportunity to go online with 10 other people, or 9 other people, and you all put in 1 kill each, and then you have the opportunity to earn 0.75 kill back based on how many kills you get in that match. And once you purchase entry, you can join the battle. Important information. So this is just some little disclaimer, I guess, to go into. For now, only use the EU server. So I guess some things to do before you play the game. Only create a game if there are at least 2 people online. Check the countdown timer before you jumping in to match to avoid the last few seconds of dying. So I'm just reading through these, just make sure you know. So this is important. Obviously, you want to make sure you go through this beforehand. Some controllers may not work, and you may have to set up buttons manually. Example, Xbox One worked fine when tested. Xbox Series X needs to reset buttons. And PlayStation controllers needed third-party drivers to emulate. So just some things to be careful of. And there's, I guess, a watch video for instructions. So game mechanics: 1 kill equals 1 play. 1 kill token equals 1 play. 1 play equals 1 10-minute round. So basically, that's what you're going in for. So this goes down to what you can earn, I guess. So if your soldier takes out everyone, you can earn a maximum of 6.75 kill for that round. So 0.75 times 9, and that's a 675% return. You'll need to hone your skills to take out competitors and rule over the battlefield. So little graphics here, looks kind of neat. So yeah, so that's kind of neat. Pretty neat component to the game, something that we haven't really seen in this in the DeFi space yet. So I'm curious to see how all that goes and how many players they can get playing it. But the neat thing there is you can, as long as you can kill 2 people in 1 round, you're going with more money than you walked in with, which is a little better odds than most things in this industry. So this is kind of a neat one. So I did look into this, and this is something I'm kind of excited about. This is a really easy way to be passive and earn some income. I've actually wanted to get into Shiny Jackal bots, which I believe is what they're using here in order to earn these NFTs income. So this will be a whitelist only robot foot soldier NFT, which will never retire and keeps providing lifetime rewards to its holders. So again, we'll have a quick peek at this just because it kind of breaks it down. So it's a trading bot NFT. There's only gonna be 1,000 available. Right now, I believe it's only 100 or something like that. Exclusive to whitelist holders only, profit share. So the one neat thing about this is you do end up owning part of WarFi. So the game itself, you kind of own a piece of that pie. So if this game does take off and does do really, really well, each NFT holder will have a stake in the earnings, which is pretty cool. I mean, you're not getting it's not like 100% ownership or nothing, but you get a little percentage of the benefits. So if it takes off and grows and becomes maybe it becomes a Fortnite kind of craze or something, then this is going to be pretty valuable little bonus to this NFT on top of it still earning as a trading bot. Minimum 9 to 12% returns. So obviously in a bull market it could do a little better, but right now being a bear, it's not. You get this, but that's still some decent monthly returns that you can expect. Monthly payouts are in BUSD, so nice and easy, and rewards for life. So as long as as long as everything's going, theoretically, the nice thing with this is even if WarFi was to not work out, but it looks like because of the mechanics they put in there, it's been pretty good. This can still continue on. Obviously, your ownership part wouldn't be as valuable in that sense, or be not valuable, but this still has utility. This still has income to earn, so which is great. So the way to get into this, there is a whitelist. It is ending soon. If I get this video posted online in time, you might have a little bit of time. But in order to get a whitelist spot, you need to purchase $1,000 worth of soldiers. So that's basically we're purchasing 1,000 kill tokens and then using that to buy some soldier tents. So in this case, you'd buy 10 soldiers and you'd have access to the whitelist. Can be a mixture of any soldiers, but right now it's just the ones that are available. And then the purchase for this bot is 1,000 per WarBot. No limit to how many you can buy though. So once you've got your whitelist, you can technically buy a few of these if you wanted and felt bullish on this project. So we kind of went through all this. So whitelist only, and you have to do it. I showed you how to get into that. Yeah. So this, as I say, this is a separate from the WarFi soldiers. So it's its own project basically, and its own ecosystem, but it will benefit the WarFi ecosystem, which is cool. It gives it some longevity. It gives it some extra revenue sources. So it's neat they're getting this kind of stuff right out of the gate to help prolong its life and to give it some great sustainability. That's about the best way to put it. Funds raised from the WarBots will be used to invest in trading bots and pay the holders a profit share. And again, you own a percentage of the WarFi project. Average returns are 9 to 12 in the bear market, so we went through that. And with greater return potential if the bull comes back. Payouts will automatically be airdropped on a monthly basis. And the payouts are in BUSD, so nice and simple. Pretty straightforward, nothing really to worry about here. Specifically, this is probably important. So 85% goes into the trading bots, 10% into the company treasury, and then 5% to buy and manage the bots. So I don't know if you know about Shiny Jackals, but basically you pay fees monthly as well as a setup fee. So all of that's kind of built in here. You don't have to think about it. And the setup process obviously is getting done for you. So that's some pretty decent little benefits to having this set up for yourself as opposed to buying your own Shiny Jackal bot system and getting into that. Profit distribution, 50% goes to holders on a monthly basis for life. 40% is compounded. So if you aren't aware of the benefits of that, then you probably haven't listened to any of my videos. But the fact that they're taking 40% of their treasury and compounding it back in is pretty fantastic. So although this will cause for a longer ROI by having this compounding effect, the nice thing is how fast, in a fairly reasonable time frame, your returns will increase is crazy, the value of that, of what that can add. So, and WarFi Game Hub. So this is another partnership, I believe, where there's going to be other games and partnerings for P2E games. The site will build decentralized exchanges to swap tokens, and so it's its own kind of ecosystem. And if they get this off the ground, that's going to be a pretty darn neat little other thing to help the whole ecosystem survive. And the idea here, I think, is you're kind of like your Candy Crush type games and trying to get some mobile games as well and break into that market where you can earn funds while you're playing these games in a safer kind of option. So definitely something that to be look out for. I wouldn't bet your investment on this. So if all of the other things that we've gone through don't give you comfort, then maybe this isn't the investment for you. But this is a nice little icing on the cake if they can make this kind of come to fruition. So, and there's Discords, I think, for all of this stuff. I'll link those in the video and go from there. So sustainability. So the idea here is they're going through some security. So they're using truth seekers to do a KYC and auditing, an audit on their smart contract. And so this is what I was talking about with the hard cap. So the whole idea for sustainability is to create a hard cap on the soldiers so that they can't overpopulate and overtake the revenue that's coming in, so that it's not Ponzi. It's based on real revenues that are coming in from the protocol, and if those revenues are high enough, then they open up more soldiers or snipers, the higher end tier soldiers, for purchase. And then the decay model obviously helps with that sustainability as well. And the game mechanics of putting in a token and then having only 75 back per kill creates some extra revenue sources. And Game Hub website. So this is the Game Hub website that's coming soon that we talked about. So it'll provide another additional revenue stream for everything. So, and then the trading bots. And just a quick little synopsis on the price management system. So the price management system will keep the token between $1 and $1.10. The kill token price goes below 1, it buys more. So it's pretty simple. Can't really go wrong with this kind of mechanics. Goes below $1, buy more. The system buys more of itself. And if it goes above 110, it sells more and puts it into a little coffer for later when it needs to buy when it goes below $1. Nothing magical about it. Jason's been very open about that. This is just a very simplistic system to help maintain the price so that people can come in and have a little bit of comfort in the product and getting their ROI back. Tokenomics. So Kill token is the name on the BSC Smart Chain, and the pair will be Kill and BUSD, and with a 10 million supply. And the revenue distribution, so distribution pool for 75% and company treasure for the other 25%. Game treasury is used for the operational costs and game expansion. Rewards pool is used to ensure the game's rewards will be distributed to players, and team distribution may from time to time be temporarily reduced to preserve the health of the protocol. So that's neat. So they actually put in there that they can reduce their revenues direct to them in order to help prolong the protocol, which is great. Hopefully they take advantage of that if things are going in not a great direction or whatever. Public pre-sale has already been done. Public launch is already done, so we're not going to go into too much of that. Roadmap, I'll skip all the stuff that's done, but basically their whitelist for the NFT, I presume that might be out, but because the WarBot's out, but maybe they're releasing that soon on how that's exactly going to work. And whitelist launch for the WarBots, which technically, this is probably just because they haven't updated this, but and then more to come. So basically their whole roadmap is kind of complete right now, and then going on to other stuff, which is really your game hub that we talked about, which would be separate than this anyways. So the team, if you have never heard of Jason or Chicken Chaser Crypto, then you're probably just getting into DeFi, and so might want to do a lot of research before you start with this project, but this one can be still a neat one. And Coach Andrew 87 is your COO, Chief Operating Officer, and Head Developer Medic, Head of Marketing Ghost WarFi, and team members. So nothing crazy here, but as I say, at least you've got the confidence. Jason is doxed, I believe, but he is very public and out there, so there's really not much to complain about there. The other neat thing about this, James Pelton has been added also as well as a multi-sig on the wallet, so he actually has access and is needed in order to move funds from the treasury and whatnot. So as an added little bonus of integrity and security on everything, that's been a new addition there, so that's something to definitely keep in mind, which is great. And official links, they are here. I know they're, I guess because it's a black on black, but so the links here for the website, Twitter, Discord, Medium, and disclaimer and waiver is here. So I will put the links in my video. I do recommend coming down the Discord. If you do enter the Gleam, go into the Discord because that's something important. Other than that, that is the white paper in a nutshell. So I was going to go through launching the app and doing a purchase and stuff, but I don't want this video to run way too long. But just quickly, we'll run in here. As I mentioned, first step is to buy a tent if you want to get started. If you didn't want to put any money in, you can just play the game, which maybe another time I'll do a video walkthrough that or show the game in play. But in essence, if you go buy 100 kills, so about $100 and change, the token's at 106, then you could buy your first infantry unit. If you wanted to spend 1,000, you could get your 10 of these guys and then get your WarBot. So those are the two ways to kind of get involved right now, other than downloading the game and just playing that for one kill, and then hopefully getting enough kills to keep playing over and over again and possibly increase your income that way. So pretty little concept here. I am excited for what the future holds for these guys. I do hope they make a really good go at this because it could start paving the way for other opportunities. And with the other Discord they have, the Cryptos Games Hub, there could be some really good opportunities there as they grow. So definitely something to at least pay attention to and have some and do your own research and see what you think. They also have a partnership with Delta Finance, I believe, as well, which I heard about. So there's some other opportunities there for them to kind of, their whole idea for them is to try to bring integrity into the DeFi space, because obviously there's a lot of rug pulls, a lot of other things, a lot of things you can't count on. So they're trying to be there and be something that's accountable. Only time will tell, but so far so good. Thank you so very much for taking some time to hang out with me, and I do hope you take an opportunity to like and subscribe to the video and future content that I look to bring out. And don't forget the Gleam contest for your chance to win, and I think I had enough hands there. Thanks again. Have yourselves a wonderful day.